50 battlers, 6 rounds, 1 can sweep. It was Nightmare. You read the title. It was NIGHTMARE1016. G'day battlers, and today we are indeed taking a look at Nightmare sweeping their regionals tournament, and not only that, but it is absolutely stacked. 3 of their 6 opponents in this tournament are elite trainers. Nightmare's like ranked 35 in the world. Like, this is a really, like, there are some skilled hands being thrown in this tournament to say the least. But let's jump straight into it. Take a look at the teams. We've got Abomasnow, Nidoqueen, Mew. We don't know the moveset yet, but we'll find out soon enough. Normal Castform, Rainy Castform, and Defense Deoxys. So running that like best practice, most winning point formula that we talked about in the No Fun Pain Done video, where Defense Deoxys is that 6-point pick, boosted by some other 4-point picks in Abomasnow, Nidoqueen, and Mew, and then rounding it out with some 1-point picks in Normal Castform and Rainy Castform. So double Castform, going to be taking on Regionals, which is pretty hyped to see, I have to say. And I guess Normal Castform is like one of the best 1-point Pokemon in this cup. Rainy Castform I haven't seen as much, but it's definitely pretty powerful in the Open Great League. Not so much TE Rich's team, who does have the Electivire, the Venusaur. Mew might have Wild Charge on the other end. Surfetch might have Leaf Blade. Goodra might have Power Whip. This probably isn't Rainy Castform's time to shine, but we may see it as the tournament goes on to some teams that are a little bit more open to it. But we'll jump into it, see what they do decide to bring, because Nightmare is the only one who knows how to use this team the best, and hopefully we can learn some things along the way. This isn't where you want to start though. Abomasnow versus Surfetch. This is a terrible lead matchup. So swapping straight out into Mew, which is a pretty rough spot as well, because Night Slash is still going to be super effective. So burning the first shield here. And we are seeing that the moveset is Dragon Claw, Wild Charge. So Dragon Claw is the shield bait, Wild Charge is the big nuke move, which is like the, you know, the general setup. Instead of usually you'd have Surf Wild Charge as like the most standard moveset, but Dragon Claw is pretty good in this cup as well. And obviously TE Rich does have 2 dragons on their team, which may come in handy in that regard. So throwing the second Dragon Claw onto this, actually, there was a swap to Kingdra there. Okay, so that's actually still pretty decent, because it is still going to do super effective damage, but wanted to keep that Surfetch to fall later on, knowing that the Abomasnow was around, and able to swap in now because the switch timer did go down. This gets the Ice Weather Ball before Kingdra can get to a charge move. This is going to take out the Kingdra, and then we're presumably going to see Surfetch come back in. We are... Ooh! Going to be able to get to an Ice Weather Ball before Surfetch can get a charge move off. This is going to take out Surfetch as well. And it's just going to be seeing what we have in... Oh, it's Goodra in the back. Double Dragon. That is not what they want to see with Abomasnow in play. They did land the Surfetch on Abomasnow twice, but Abomasnow just able to overcome it. Goodra is able to just take out Abomasnow, but now Mew is going to be able to get rid of this thing. If this is a Muddy Water, it's definitely going to survive. It is just a Muddy Water, and yeah. At this point, going to get to a Dragon Claw, and Nightmare hiding their 3rd Pokemon. They only showed 2 Pokemon, so TE Rich has not seen the Nidoqueen at all. So able to, well, actually we're gonna lead the Nidoqueen to the second battle. So showing it off like, hey, surprise. It looks like that was a Snarl Mew as well on the other side. So that's gonna be pretty interesting to see how it does play out. Throwing the Poison Fang onto Surfetch, swapping out into the Mew. So we're seeing the Chip and Dip again. Again, like Night Slash does do super effective damage there. So Mew getting an extra 2 quick moves. It looks like they let the opponent get 2 moves. They would have talked about it after, and they clearly decided that it was all good. Throwing the Dragon Claw here though onto the swap, which was wasn't Mew. So really nice shield bait there, and now going for the Wild Charge, hoping that it does go through. Oh, it does go through. That's really nice. And you're seeing the disparity between Dragon Claw and Snarl. The Dragon Claw Mew taking out a Mew with so much more health. Snarl is just not a high damaging move at all. It's all about their energy. So yeah, really unfortunate for the opponent, but Mew able to get a Dragon Claw onto that Electivire, bring in this Nidoqueen, throwing the Poison Fang. Are we going to see a Poison Fang throw and then swap to a Abomasnow? Oh, actually no, let's the Poison Fang. Oh, actually, yeah, they probably just conceded defeat there, because Nightmare still had both of their shields in play. But going into the 3rd battle, we've got Nidoqueen up against Kingdra. We've got Abomasnow and Mew in the back. Both of those are really good in this matchup. So going to see the Poison Fang throw and then swap. Definitely the right play there. Mew going to get to a Dragon Claw again before Kingdra can do much. So I feel like it's kind of forcing the opponent's hand to shield, or just like lose all of the energy that they just spent time farming up. So they do throw the Outrage, do get a shield out of Nightmare. So, you know, trading a shield, but Mew potentially could have Shadow Clawed all the way down. I'm not too sure. Dragon Claw is definitely the safer play. Might have potentially got an Octazooka, which could have swung things. But we're seeing the Mew come back in, and again, that Snarl really not doing amazing things for them. Throwing the Wild Charge does get a shield out. Trying to swap into Nidoqueen or Nightmare's End does get out of there. So saving Mew is a potential sack swap in the future. I'm actually not sure how much energy. Ooh. The opponent having Psyshock on their Mew is pretty devastating for Nidoqueen, but because it's Snarl and because it does so little damage, they had to throw 2 Psyshocks, but just burning so much energy. So I guess in my mind, Snarl does not seem like the way to go, purely seeing it in like this set of battles. We are seeing the swap into Surfetch now. Because Surfetch came into Abomasnow with energy, Abomasnow is going to be able to throw these Weather Balls real nice. Not going to get to another one, unfortunately, unless, actually, yeah, Nightmare deciding to burn the shield. Burn the shield, definitely going to get to this next Weather Ball. This is definitely going to take out, ooh, oh snap, the aggressive, wow, that's huge. Able to throw the Ice Weather Ball onto Mew in the back, and this is going to take it out, and that's going to be it for round 1. G's Nightmare, super well played, like, amazing. We are going to round 2 now, so boom, 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 boom. And we've got Ella's team here with Altaria, Defense Deoxys, Normal Castform, Ready Castform, Snubby Castform. Oh, snap. It is the Castform trio. No fire Castform. Unfortunately, we are replacing it with Roserade, but still a really cool team nonetheless. And going for that 10.6.1.1.1 point build. So we'll go in here, we'll see what they do decide to use, but that is a very cool team. There are 5 Castforms on these 12 Pokemon. That is absolutely huge. This is not where Rainy Castform wants to be though. So swapping into Roserade. Okay, so Roserade's going to take a lot of damage from the ice, but does get these fire weather balls off really quick, and that really threatens the Abomasnow. So because Abomasnow had the energy advantage, which Nightmare is loving to have here, that's definitely going to be able to put more pressure back onto Roserade, able to get to 2 weather balls before 2 weather balls can come out of the Roserade. So interested to see if we're going to see a swap here. No, we're going to stay in. Actually, because Powder Snow seems to be doing so much damage, might be able to Powder Snow down here. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate for the opponent. If only they had Fire Castform. But yeah, going to go down there. Rainy Castform comes back in, which makes me think they've got Altaria in the back, because I'm not sure why else they would bring in the Pokemon that's going to be weak to that. And yeah, there it is. So Nightmare reading that, bringing in the Defense Deoxys to get a little bit of energy advantage so that he can get to these rock sides faster. Definitely a really high level play there. Has no more shield, so wanted to get to that next rock slide. I think that Deoxys should survive this and then get to a rock slide. Does get the Moonblast, no debuff coming through on that one though. And yeah, just lets the rock slide go through and down it goes. Oh, wait, oh, there's still a Castform, but not anymore. So going into game 2 now with Deoxys up against Roserade. Roserade definitely a little bit better of a spot here because the poison typing is resisting the counter. With Deoxys having Psycho Boost though, this is definitely pretty scary for the Roserade. Only needs to get to 1 Psycho Boost to kind of shut this thing down. Seeing the swap into the opposing Deoxys though, throwing the rock slide. Nightmare does have Mew in the back, so that's probably the way to go here. Swaps into Mew. Shadow Claw going to do super effective damage, and then none of Deoxys' moves are going to do like, you know, big hurties. Throws the rock slide, charging up tons of energy. Shadow Claw doing heaps of damage. Going to throw some Dragon Claws to try and get this thing out of here though. 1 Dragon Claw is not going to take out Deoxys. Gonna have to get another one. Yeah, throwing the second one now, just before Deoxys threw a charge move. So really nice counting on Nightmare's end there. Making sure that Mew stayed as healthy as possible for whatever might come in the back. Dun dun dun. Ooh, brings in the Altaria, knowing that Dragon Claws are about. It's not like Dragon Claw is like a, you know, a one-hit, outragey, one-hit KO sort of thing, but does force a shield out of there. I do wonder, I don't know off the top of my head which does more damage, a Dragon Claw from Mew or a Rock Slide from Deoxys. Dragon Claw does a fair amount though. Swapping into Abomasnow, catching the Sky Attack. Decides to not shield this one, doesn't have to. And then swapping into the Roserade. So Abomasnow is a Pokemon that can do a lot of work up against both of the remaining Pokemon. And I guess Ella doesn't, like, Ella's best counter to Abomasnow is the counter user Deoxys. And Deoxys is gone now. So a little bit unfortunate there. Does get the last shield with the Ice Weather Ball and going to go down to the Fire Weather Ball in return here. And then I guess you bring in Deoxys and then try and catch a move onto, ooh, throwing the Psycho Boost to take this thing out for sure. And then presumably going to swap into Mew to clear the debuff at some point. Maybe trying to catch the... Okay, swaps into Mew, clears it off, maybe tried to catch a Sky Attack there, not too sure, but is going to get this Psycho Boost off, which I think will take out the Altaria at this range, maybe just not, yeah, it does take out Altaria, and that is GG's. And taking out round 2, we are going to go into game 3, catching the Altaria with the Abomasnow. Has to swap out of there into Deoxys. Definitely like the counter, but now Deoxys is switch locked up against Mew, and that's like the big downside of like having this one counter that you kind of want to land. Maybe actually they could also have Snowy Castform. Snowy Castform would also be a pretty good counter to Abomasnow, but I'll just have to wait and see if that is in the back. I feel like you'd probably prefer to swap into Rainy Castform. I guess you might like bait out of Deoxys potentially, but gonna burn the shield on the rock side potentially. Oh, just not able to Shadow Claw it down, which is a little bit rough, but gonna let the Psycho Boost come through. Wow, Psycho Boost not going to take out Mew because it is resisted, and then we'll see maybe Altaria. Oh, going to see. Actually, yeah, Altaria would have been a poor pick to bring in because it has the energy absolutely stacked on this Mew. Roserade just going to eat a few Dragon Claws, potentially might eat a third before this is over. Oh no, going to see the swap into Abomasnow. Powder Snow dead. Oh, Nightmare, you dirty dog. Absolute domination. Ice Weather Ball throwing the first shield, get him charge up to 2. Has the back-to-back Ice Weather Ball now. This one for sure going to get that last shield out of Altaria. Going to throw another one. It wasn't quite back-to-back, but did get another Powder Snow in. This one's not going to quite take it out, but one more Powder Snow, and that is GG's. Just taking out round 2 in absolutely dominating fashion. But going into round 3 now up against Ella 2013. Does have the Altaria. Oh no, I forgot to change the thing over. This isn't Ella, this is humpystyles, who is running the Primeape, Mew, Drifloon, Nidoqueen, normal Castform, and Medicham. So this is a much different team, and this is a little bit punishing to the defense Deoxys. There isn't really... Like, there's a lot of things that can hurt defense Deoxys. Primeape has Night Slash, Mew might have Shadow Claw, Drifloon has, Shadow Balls, Ahoy, normal Castform exists. Medicham and Nidoqueen aren't, like, super weak to defense Deoxys. Obviously, defense Deoxys does have the Psyshock, the Psycho Boost that can take out the Nidoqueen. So, kind of interested to see how this is going to play out. We'll jump in here. I'm kind of wondering, Mew might have a fair bit of play on Nightmare's side, and they do both lead the Mew mirror match. They've both got Shadow Claw, no Snarl Mews around here, going straight for the Wild Charge, wanting to get it off first as well, maybe trying to throw and dip. Throws it, lands it, dips into Nidoqueen, and humpystyles swaps out into normal Castform. So this is a little bit of an interesting matchup, because I feel like normal Castform is probably going to lose this one out, especially with the Poison Fang is going to be adding up, dropping its defense, unless an Energy Ball can come through. Oh, Nightmare shielding up the Energy Ball. That is really huge there. That is huge. Have to be wary that humpystyles does still have a lot of energy on that Mew in the back, certainly enough for a Wild Charge or maybe some other charge move that it may have, so it might be beneficial to keep the shield for later on. Letting the Energy Ball come through, which does not take it out, it is only neutral damage because of the poison typing as well as the ground typing, but gonna farm all the way down. See the Mew come in, throwing the charge move straight away, does not want to get debuffed, but Nightmare going, you're getting debuffed. Does show that they've got Dragon Claw, and they swap into Primeape, which means they're switch locked in here. They're going to be locked into a debuff now, throwing another Poison Fang. I'm not sure if their Nightmare switch timer might not have been up, like just. Gets the shield out of Primeape, swaps into Mew. Might have to eat a Night Slash here, which could hurt. Does have to eat a Night Slash. Going to survive. They can't. Okay, so they couldn't quite farm down. They decided to go for the Wild Charge to drop their defense so that whatever came in, or Mew coming in, would take it out for sure in one thingy, and then Nidoqueen coming out, finish off with a Poison Fang, and that is GG's, taking out game 1 up against humpystyles. Game 2, this is a little bit of a weird spot because they're both doing super effective damage to each other. If a Wild Charge goes through, like it's just like good night to Drifloon. So we'll just have to wait and see if that is how it plays out though. Shielding up the Icy Wind, which is pretty unfortunate for Nightmare, so maybe going to go for a Wild Charge and dip. Same strategy that we've seen used countless times before. No, because they shielded up, they're going to go, hey, I was trying to get a Wild Charge off, let me through. Thank you. Goodbye, Drifloon. And in comes Primeape, going to swap into Nidoqueen, and here comes the Medicham, switch locked in. So going to get these Poison Fang debuffs, just throwing onto this thing. Potentially could go for an Earth Power, but if this Medicham has Psychic, then this Nidoqueen is not going to... Actually, Ice Punch would also be... Yeah, there's the Ice Punch. Also going to be super effective to Nidoqueen. Going for another Poison Fang debuff. Kapow. Medicham getting really low here. I don't think that an Ice Punch would take out Nidoqueen. Yeah, it doesn't quite, so a few more poison jabs, and down it goes. In comes the Primeape, going to defense debuff again. Just Nidoqueen doing absolute work here, just wiring them all down. Does get the shield out of Primeape as well. Going to eat the Night Slash into Mew. All good there, not the end of the world. Still has some Pokemons to throw. Abomasnow has not seen the light of day yet. Kind of thinking what to do there. Can potentially get to an Ice Weather Ball before a Night Slash. Ooh, unfortunately CMP going to go to the Primeape there. Not going to take it out though. Definitely not going to take it out. Ice Weather Ball. I think this is probably going to take out Primeape, and that's going to be GG's on game 2 against humpystyles. So going to numero 3 now. Nightmare has not dropped a game yet, I think. Nightmare on absolute tear. Does catch a really nice lead there, swapping to Primeape, and we're seeing the Mew versus Primeape now. So again, Night Slash, Mew doesn't love it. It's not going to take it out, but you kind of want to keep Mew a little bit healthy. So it throws the Dragon Claw bait first up, trying to get a shield out of that Primeape. And people do tend to protect their Primapes, because if one move goes through, the Primeape is gone. And that can definitely be a pretty scary prospect. Plus, they knew they had more Night Slashes to throw. They can get some more shields out of Nightmare. I mean, no one can get any more shields out of Nightmare now, because they're all gone. Does it barely take it out with an extra Shadow Claw there. In comes that Drifloon, going to throw the Wild Charge straight away. Getting ready for the switch timer to be ready to go. And not actually seeing a swap there, because Drifloon didn't have the energy. Okay, Drifloon is on like 1 HP, maybe half a HP, has some energy, maybe an Icy Wind, maybe something to be careful of, but Medicham is switch locked in here. We know how this goes. Nidoqueen comes in, Poison Fangs away, drops the defense down. There's no more shields on the Nidoqueen this time, so Ice Punches are going to be coming through. Or maybe they have Psychic. They do have Psychic. That's going to do a fair bit. Nidoqueen is not going to get another one off, unfortunately. And then, I don't know what you do. Maybe try and catch a move on Mew. Maybe just bring it in. Brings in a Abomasnow. Ooh, getting to the Ice Weather Ball before Medicham can do anything. That is actually pretty huge. Throws away all of Medicham's energy, and that is GG's, taking out the 3rd round. And that brings us to round 4. And this is the first of the 3 elite trainers. This is like, you know, the elite 3. I guess Nightmare becoming the elite 4 of this quartet. We are going to see PJMN 32392 with the Frostlass, another 10-point pick, another different 10-point pick, with Nidoqueen, Normal Castform, Rainy Castform, Ninetales, and Primeape. I don't know what it is about this regional specifically, but apparently Castform is like the, yeah, we love Castform! We are going to jump in here, starting off. And, yeah, okay, so Primeape has, actually, Ninetales is kind of the, Ninetales and Frostlass are both new. I don't know if we're going to see a lot of Frostlass. Actually, Frostlass does have a bit of play. We're going to start off with Deoxys versus Rainy Castform. Rainy Castform is, like, scared of this matchup if Deoxys has Thunderbolt. That can definitely be pretty scary. But it can definitely do a lot of damage regardless with Ice Weather Ball, with Water Weather Ball, sorry. Maybe sometimes they burn a shield in case it is the Thunderbolt on the first one, letting it go through, calling like, you're not throwing a Thunderbolt at me. So now Nightmare showing his entire moveset with the Psycho Boost, doesn't quite take it out, but swapping into Rainy Castform, getting 1 Water Gun advantage, which is pretty interesting there. In comes the Nidoqueen. Now, that's an interesting move, because Nidoqueen is definitely going to take a lot of damage from this Rainy Castform. Maybe trying to come in, throw the Poison Fang, and then bounce. I'm not sure if that was a swap or not. We'll just have to wait and see on the other end. Okay, no swap. Has to shield the Water Weather Ball. I keep saying Ice Weather Ball. Too much Abomasnow, clearly. But going to shield up here. I'm kind of curious. Do they have Ninetales in the back? Like, I'm not sure. Because this isn't a great spot for Nidoqueen to be in. So it makes me think Ninetales in the back. Oh no, it's Frostlass. Ooh, that's very interesting. I guess Frostlass isn't doing... Maybe they just wanted to keep Frostlass around for, like, you know, Mew, so we can do something. Tries to land the Sneak Shadow Ball, but unfortunately doesn't go through. So now Mew has charged up at 1,000,000 energy, throwing Dragon Claw. Does get the shield there, throwing the Wild Charge now, which is going to take out the Frostlass. And then Bada Bing, Bada Chow, and then there is that, yeah, I mean, that's GG's on the first game. Clearly I wasn't following it the best, but we're in game 2 now, and going to try and get a Psycho Boost straight away onto this Nidoqueen. Maybe preparing for a potential Poison Fang and dip. Again, I always get confused. I'm not sure if there's a swap there. There was not a swap. Gonna get the shield and then swap into Rainy Castform. Like, Frostlass doesn't have a great time up against Rainy Castform, to be clear, but I just thought it might be a little bit better than the Nidoqueen. But gonna swap into Rainy Castform. Okay, so the opponent is a shield down. Rainy Castform has the energy advantage here, so let's Thunder go through. That is a really rough spot to be in. I guess hoping that Nightmare's gonna burn their first shield here. They're gonna call the Water Weather Ball though. Oh, this is a rough spot. All right, Water Weather Ball going through. Are we gonna see the shield come up to keep the switch advantage? No, letting it go. It can really bring in anything. Brings in Nidoqueen, gets 1 Poison Jab advantage. And then you're going to see Deoxys come back in. Definitely going to see a Poison Fang come off first up. Burning the shield this time. You know, Nightmare finally going, you can have one of my shields. Here you go. Keep on farming some energy. Almost at 2 Psycho Boosts. Throws the first one here, which would take out Nidoqueen if it goes through. And it does. Frostlass in the back. Going to see the instant swap into Mew. Mew just putting on a lot of hurt on this thing. Can pretty much try and go for the same strategy of going for the bait first. Try and get the shield with the Shadow Claw, go for the Wild Charge. Doesn't get the shield, but Dragon Claw still does plenty, so Nightmare's just like, okay, Dragon Claws it is. Give me the shield this time. All right, there we go. Shadow Claw is really adding up. Could almost shield and then, oh my gosh, calling the Avalanche. That is absolutely ridiculous. So, Nightmare still has not dropped a game. We're in round 4 now. Rainy Castform up against the shiny regular Castform. Definitely nice looking there. But, lands the Energy Ball, which is definitely pretty hurtful. Swapping into the Rainy Castform now. Going to throw the Thunder straight away. Try to put some big hurt onto this thing ASAP. And then, getting into the Water Weather Ball before being taken out. Kind of forcing the opponent's hand to do something, or let it go. They let it go, in comes back the normal Castform, getting some extra energy. And I guess normal Castform does actually have some big play up against both Deoxys and Mew, so Nightmare, the rest of Nightmare's team, like Nightmare has an interest in taking this thing out, but it isn't really from like the charge moves, like it's more from the fact that, I guess, Rock Weather Ball is really quick, and Castform is doing super effective damage with the fast move. So I did see that it was a swap there, but I didn't see what it was a swap to. I'd get a guess, yeah, Frostlass, because again, teams with 10-point pick Pokemon are generally going to bring their 10-point Pokemon every game, because it's like, it's such a good Pokemon in this cup, that's why it's 10 points, and it's usually just very good across the board. So Nightmare has to burn 2 shields off of PJMN here, so throwing the first Dragon Claw to try and take 1. Oh, letting Frostlass go. It's all going to be down. Oh, okay. They have just conceded here. They're like, yeah, this is GG's, unfortunately. And with that, PJMN taking out, Nightmare taking out round 4. 4-0 in this regional tournament right now. There are 2 rounds left over, and we are now going up against the one, the only House Stark 93. Definitely a pretty scary prospect, and House Stark is running that classic Lickitung Defense Deoxys core that has won so many regionals tournaments, won so many Venture Cups, alongside the Rainy Castform and Snowy Castform. Again, the Castform hype does not stop, alongside Venusaur and Golbat double poison there as well. So, I mean, again, 10-point pick Pokemon. I'm going to predict that Lickitung appears in all 3 of these games, and with good reason, because like Nightmare is running double Psychic on this team with Mew and Deoxys, plus it's got play up against a bunch of other picks as well. But Abomasnow into Deoxys is not where you want to be, so instant swap into the Deoxys Mirror, where neither of these Deoxys is like doing heaps to each other. They're both just farming up tons of energy. Nightmare throwing first, the Rock Slide. Keeps on farming. Potentially got an extra counter in there to maybe make it a bit even, but it's... Ooh, okay, House Dark goes into the yellow first. Gonna see another charge move from House Dark. This is pretty long, but something's gonna happen in the end. And we're interesting that, I was gonna say interesting that we're not seeing House Dark swap out, but here comes Lickitung. Now that Deoxys is a little bit lower, Lickitung is gonna be able to soak up all of the energy from Deoxys and then would have been able to take it out, but we're seeing this swap into Abomasnow instead. Abomasnow is just gonna take a whole lot of body slams from this Abomasnow, from this Lickitung, unfortunately. There's nothing that Abomasnow can do to kind of like take this Lickitung out quickly, so they're just gonna have to throw bulk Weather Balls back. His Body Slam and Weather Ball are like the same, like they're identical moves, energy and damage wise. Not quite able to take it out. I'm actually like a little bit surprised that Lickitung wasn't able to get another Body Slam off there, but Weather Ball, Abomasnow just charges up so much faster with Power Snow, and we are seeing the Defense Deoxys come in, burns the shield on the Deoxys, gonna take out the, able to swap into Mew, with, tapping up, please, switch timer, be up. Catching up. Oh my gosh, that is really unfortunate for House Dark. The Psycho Boost going to Mew. We're seeing Venusaur in the back here. Nightmare's still got shields to throw, so going to burn them on all of these Frenzy Plants, and Mew just throwing this Dragon Claw, trying to get the last shield out of House Dark. Does not get the shield, but going to keep farming. Potentially, at this point, I think that Mew could just go for 2 Dragon Claws, and then the extra Shadow Claws would be able to take out Venusaur. Does get a Vine Whip through there. Burns that shield. And then, Abomasnow Sack Swap. Gets the Abomasnow Sack Swap. Dang. Well played. Super well played. Wow. Just wow. Brings in the Deoxys, catches. Oh my gosh. The catches on these people. These are 2 of the best trainers in the world trying to win their regionals tournament. House Dark hanging on by a sliver, throwing the charge move, going to take out Nightmare's defensive. Under farming it intentionally. In comes a Venusaur, and unfortunately for House Dark, this Psycho Boost is going to go through and take out that Venusaur. Oh my gosh, that's GG's. Oh man, Nightmare up 1-0. And we're going to see Mew up against Deoxys in the lead here. This time, House Dark in the bad spot, swapping into Golbat straight away. Nightmare trying to play that strategy of throwing the Wild Charge straight away. Don't Poison Fang me, just leave. Unfortunately, it does get the shield, catching the move into Abomasnow. This is absolutely insane. Knowing Abomasnow Abomasnow is going to be weak to 2 of House Dark's Pokemon, the 2 of the 3 that we've seen. We've seen Defense Deoxys, we've seen Golbat. Abomasnow isn't great up against both of them, but can do some damage to Golbat at least. So got a shield with that Ice Weather Ball, shielding up this Poison Fang so that he can get another one off as well. Definitely going to get to one before the switch timer can be up at this point. So at this point, both shields are burned. This is going through. Going to take out the Golbat. Holy dooly. Deoxys is going to come back in, farm down the Abomasnow. Nightmare presumably going to go for a Mew swap in. Seeing the instant swap into Lickitung, and we're seeing the instant swap from Nightmare, knowing that was going to happen into the defense Deoxys. Again, you can predict that a team that has a 10-point Pokemon is going to bring their 10-point Pokemon. So throwing the Rock Slide, just trying to weaken this thing down. Deoxys still has a shield, so you're going to be able to shield off this Body Slam. And then just keep on countering, throwing moves at this Lickitung. Mew is just there waiting in the back to take out the House Dark's Deoxys. Throws the Rock Slide. Boom, almost down there. Gonna eat a Body Slam, gonna survive though, and then gonna be able to counter down, and then throw some sort of charge move at the Deoxys in the back as well. Wow. Just wow. Gonna go for the Psycho Boost. Potentially could dip at this point, because the House Dark's Deoxys would just be farming down Nightmare's Deoxys. So throwing the move into Mew, Psycho Boost going to do nothing. Rock Slide going to do a little bit more. Charging up. Doesn't want to go for the Wild Charge too early, because if you go for it too early, your defense is debuffed. So throwing the Wild Charge now, not going to quite take out Deoxys. 2 more Shadow Claws though, and that is it. Nightmare taking out the 5th round for going into the 3rd battle against House Dark, and we are finally seeing Snowy Castform hit the field. I don't think we've seen it used, even though it's been on a number of teams so far, but Mew is going to farm up tons of energy, throwing the Wild Charge. House Dark just trying to get a single loss on Nightmare's record, landing the Wild Charge to Snowy Castform, but the Castforms are all super tanky beasts, can tank a Wild Charge, throwing the Ice Weather Ball into the Deoxys, the back-to-back Ice Weather Balls into Deoxys, and then presumably going to see a swap, because counter would be super effective to that Ice Castform. Swapping into the defense Deoxys, who is just going to be able to soak up all of this energy. Just Nightmare's Deoxys is eventually going to go down, or we're going to see a swap out at some point, and just chipping damage slowly off of House Dark. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, actually going to let this go through. Definitely the right play there. And Parting Gift from Nightmare's Deoxys. Going to throw the Rock Slide. That is absolutely huge. Oh man, bringing in Mew, going to soak up this energy no matter what it is. Does not have to shield, but actually deciding to shield, keeping Mew healthy for later on. Because, you know, there is the Snowy Castform. And then presumably we're going to see Lickitung again, the 10-point Pokemon. And what did we say? There's Lickitung throwing the Dragon Claw onto Lickitung. And does get the shield there. Switch time isn't up yet, so it has to stay in. Has charged up to the back-to-back Wild Charge here now. Gonna throw the first one. Gets the last shield. Gets to the second one. Gonna land onto this Lickitung and gonna do a nice little bit of damage. Ka-chow! It's not as much as I would have thought, to be honest. Lickitung is such a bulky Pokemon. And, you know, presumably House Dark has got like a level 50, you know, XL sort of Lickitung that's extra bulky as well. But Body Slam's going to be flying here. Charging up energy. Another Body Slam coming through. Did I say energy? But shooting up the Body Slam. Charging up to back-to-back Weather Ball. Catching the Weather Ball into Ice Castform. Ooh, I think... So Lickitung is going to be able to get to... Is Castform going to get to... Ooh, tried to catch a move into Castform, ended up with a simultaneous KO. I'm not sure what is going on here, but House Dark has the choice of Pokemon, brings in the Lickitung. There's still a Pokemon in the back. Is that the... that's the Deoxys still has a little bit of health. Ooh, and Lickitung getting the charge move. Was that CMP? I don't think... Surely Abomasnow would have won CMP. Was CMP. Okay, that's a little strange, but Ice Weather Ball going to take out Lickitung at this range, and then there is the Deoxys in the back. One counter, and House Dark finally... Actually, was that a tie? That was a tie! Whoa. Okay, we're going in the replay, or the 4th game. Trying. House Dark has managed to get a tie onto Nightmare's chest, but we're going to see the swap into Deoxys now. Into that Venusaur. Wow. Gonna shield up the Frenzy Plant though. The text didn't come up on the screen, which is pretty interesting there. I'm not sure if that's gonna be like that for the whole game or what the deal is, but okay, no, the text came up that time. There's Frenzy Plant. Gonna see the Deoxys swap now. Nightmare is now 2 shields down up against House Dark. House Dark in a pretty dominating position here, and gonna be able to soak up all of the energy from this Deoxys. Can pretty much go for... I think House Dark can no shield and still win out this... Oh, not quite. They're gonna have to burn 1 shield. And then they'll be able to win out this matchup, I believe. Gonna swap into the Mew, catching the charge move, catching the energy, because this is not going to do much damage at all. And then trying to go for a Shadow Claw down. Does get there. That is actually pretty huge for Nightmare. And gonna see the Lickitung come in. Throws the Dragon Claw. Does land. Just trying to get Wild Charges too. House Dark, please shield. Please shield. Please shield. Oh no, he's not shielding. Actually, I wonder if... Dragon Claws might be, because like Lickitung is so bulky. We saw how much Wild Charge did before and it wasn't that much. Finally getting a shield out of Housedark. He's still holding on to 1 though. In comes the Defense Deoxys. 1 Body Slam is all that Lickitung needs to take this thing out, unfortunately. Swapping into a Bomb. There are just swaps going all over the shop. We're seeing the instant swap into Venusaur as well from Housedark side. Throwing the Ice Weather Ball with his go. I think they're going to see a shield from Housedark. Going to try and get the Sludge Bomb off onto this Abomasnow. He's going to be close. Sludge Bomb doesn't quite take it out. Abomasnow able to take out Venusaur in the end though. Lickitung coming in. Going to be able to tank this Ice Weather Ball. Potentially will then be able to lick down and have a Body Slam ready to throw onto Deoxys. Oh no, throwing a Body Slam onto... Ooh. How much health did Deoxys have? Not a lot. Oh no, Body Slam coming through. Body Slam coming through. No, Deoxys, no. But now, Housedark able to not only get a tie against Nightmare, but able to get a win as well. So Nightmare did still win the round. So it was like 2-1, or I guess 2.5, 1.5, because they both got the tie as well. But it does mean that we're going into the final round here. Nightmare is just going for that sweep. If Nightmare wins this round, they are guaranteed an invitation to the Silph Arena Continentals. And look at the team they're up against KindaCuteTho with Medicham, Dugong, Drifloon, Seviper, Meganium, and Ninetales. If you told me a month ago that Seviper was going to be on a team that was like up for contention at like the top of regionals, I probably wouldn't believe you. But you know, a poison buff later, Seviper is doing some work. So we're going to see normal Castform up against Medicham in the lead. And not a great matchup. We're going to swap into Mew and we're going to see the Drifloon come in. So we can't see... Nightmare isn't going to go for the same strategy of going straight for the Wild Charge and then dip, because this time Mew is switch locked. So it has to play a little bit differently there. Throwing a lot of Shadow Claws almost up to the 2 Wild Charges, maybe up to the 2 Wild Charges. Throwing the first one and it goes through. Oh, that is actually really nice there. And now in comes this Medicham. Counter's not doing too much damage. Throwing the Dragon Claws to try and force a shield out of that Medicham. No shield, unfortunately. Going to go for the Wild Charge now before Mew goes down. Definitely the right play from Nightmare here, trying to get anything off onto this Medicham, and it does go through. The Shadow Claw is really adding up as well. KindaCuteTho is definitely on the back foot. Deoxys coming in, going to soak up all of the energy from Medicham, and that's really what Deoxys does really well in this cup. Soak up energy from like everything. Like, you don't really have like, you know, there's no Dark Hypes to do big damage. Not shielding the Power Up Punch. Oh man, I mean, Deoxys didn't have to shield anything, but Power Up Punch especially is just doing absolutely nothing. Throwing the Rocks there to take it out, and Meganium comes in. Gonna have the Psycho Boost straight away, trying to put some hurt onto this Meganium. Does get the shield, and then they swap out into the normal Castform. Normal Castform has the Rock Weather Ball, was ready to throw. Burning the shield up against this Frenzy Plant. I think you just go straight Frenzy Plant in this matchup. But going for the Rock Weather Balls now. Gonna try and put some pain to this Meganium. Lands the first one, second one coming through. Vine Whip did come through in the interim. Boom, 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 boom. Meganium getting pretty low here. They've only got 1 shield left, but they have to... I guess they want to keep it for the Deoxys. And unfortunately, it's just an unwinnable spot for KindaCuteTho, because, yeah. Deoxys can just counter down Meganium at this point. Rock Weather Ball, going to go through. We're going to get the shield, and then Deoxys comes in, counter down, and that is GG's on game 1. Nightmare only needing to win 1 more game to become the Regionals champion. Deoxys going in a great spot here. If he can land the Rock side, that's going to be huge. It is a purified Ninetales, so I'm interested to find out, like, maybe it's got like a sneaky return on there. It would be pretty interesting. Tanking the first Rock side, that is actually pretty crazy. You know, I'm sure KindaCuteTho has been practicing. They know their strategy. They try to go for the overheat, but there's the shield. That is so rough for KindaCuteTho. Their attack's been debuffed now because of that. Goes for the Fire Weather Ball. Not going to do much to Mew. In comes the Meganium. A little bit slow on the swap. Throwing the Dragon Claw now. These are going to be adding up onto Meganium. Meganium does have a lot of playback with the Frenzy Plants. They definitely do a lot of damage to Mew, because Mew can go so high in CP. It's not like the tankiest Pokemon in the league. Doesn't quite get to another Dragon Claw. I don't think we're going to see a shield. No shield. Lets Mew go. Going to bring... Actually, you kind of bring in either pick here. I think you'd probably prefer to bring in... Yeah, bring in Deoxys. You've already got energy. Letting it... not throwing the charge move, though. So, coming in, letting the Frenzy Plant come through. No, we can tank it. Catching the Side Shock onto Ninetales. Really good catch on KindaCuteTho's side. Taking out the Ninetales. And then... what comes in here? We've still got Meganium. So Meganium comes in, seeing the swap into normal Castform, maybe trying to catch a move there. What's in the back? I mean, if you're not bringing out... I don't think Seviper's around. I mean, have we seen Medicham yet? I feel like we haven't seen Medicham yet. In this battle, I mean. So, Meganium trying to get a charge move off though. Although I'm kind of wondering if it's not coming out now, wouldn't you see Medicham come out maybe up against normal Castform? Leave Meganium for Deoxys? I don't know. It could go either way here. They're very neutrally sort of picks. It's Drifblim in the back. Oh dear, that's going to take damage from these Rock Slides for sure. And then Deoxys has could also hit for some Rock Slides in the back as well. Going to see Drifblim just go straight for it, try and take this normal Castform out before another Rock Weather Ball can come through. In comes Drifblim, who's only one counter away from this Rock Slide. And with that, Nightmare is going to take out the Regionals tournament, becoming the Regionals champion. There's still one battle to play out, but Nightmare is just like not even looking at the phone at this point. They're going, yeah, yeah. Oh, McGain, yeah, yeah. I should probably throw some moves now. Oh, there's a charger coming? Okay, shield, whatever. Yeah! Okay, but we will get into it now. Because, you know, this is still a really important battle between some really just titans. Like, these are two elite battlers. They are really good. You can learn a lot from both of these dudes. So, we're seeing the Frenzy Plant come through. There's a lot of energy on the normal Castform. Throwing the Rock Weather Balls, which is going to do a nice bit of damage to the Meganium as we saw before. Getting another one off, this is not going to take out Meganium. Going to need to get another one or do a few more hexes to be able to do that. Does get the shield though. Swapping in to the Mew, trying to, not going to be able to Shadow Claw down because Frenzy Plants are going to come out way too fast. Going to shield, and at this point would be able to Shadow Claw down, but we're seeing the swap instead. We're seeing a lot of swaps in these last rounds especially, like people are kind of swapping as soon as they're able all over the shop, and it's because there's all this sort of neutral damage. There's like nothing kind of wants to take too much, but everything can take something. I think bulky Pokemon definitely rule. Landing the overheat because there are no more shields is pretty nice, but the attack is debuffed and Ninetales is switch locked, so not going to be able to do the same hurt onto Deoxys unfortunately. Does just go for the Fire Weather Balls, knowing that a rock slide is eventually coming. Nightmare over farming, being confident, tried to catch a move there, but unfortunately was not able to do so. Throwing the Psyshock. Like Psyshock is less energy, but Deoxys is now going to be irreparably attack debuff now. Throwing the Psycho Boost with the Meganium swap in. Takes out Meganium. Ninetales clears the debuff and has the overheat. No attack debuff in, and overheat not going to quite take it out, and you had the Psycho... Oh, wait, there was still a Pokemon in the back. There's still a Pokemon in the back. But regardless, KindaCuteTho taking out the final battle up against Nightmare. And Nightmare able to take it out in an absolutely stacked tournament. 6 rounds. There were 50 battlers in this tournament, so there are a few Continentals invites going out, but Nightmare securing the spot with the 6-0 sweep. Seriously, incredible plays there with, like, you know, Abomasnow, Nidoqueen, Mew, Rainy Castform, normal Castform, and the defense Deoxys. I'm still not quite over the fact, like, how popular Castform was in this regional tournament, like, absolutely everywhere, and awesome to see one team that had the triple. But yeah, just really well played from pretty much everyone in this tournament. Like, everyone in this tournament was playing their best. You know, these people all earned a spot at regionals. These are people who know their stuff. So with that said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one. Thank you to my patrons and supporters over on Twitch as well. I need to kind of figure out how to move this stuff around, probably. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the other videos as well. They're over there because there are actually 2 more Venture Cup tournament wins that I'm going to be featuring later on in this week as well. But there's also that one that's already over there that you can watch as well. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.